So they say it's always a bad idea for smaller YouTubers to take shots at bigger YouTubers. But I saw something the other day that I just felt like I needed to address. So let's do that on this video. Not only am I a YouTube content producer, I'm also a YouTube content consumer. I watch a good little bit of YouTube. It's for a number of reasons. One, just like you, I want to find content that I want to watch, enjoy, stuff like that. And two, I'm always looking for inspiration for new videos. Sometimes I find that in other people's work, and it's kind of a symbiotic relationship. In my internet travels, I ran across Fortnite's video concerning motorcycle safety and the real protective value of armor in motorcycle gear. And I'll put a link to his video in the description below. So the basic gist of Fortnite's video, other than it is a rather impressive one-take video of him walking in a straight line while delivering his content, and it looks like it was done in one take, and it was like a 6 or 7 minute video. That's pretty awesome, by the way. But anyhow, the whole gist of his video was that the motorcycle protective gear is underrated for really what it is for, meant to be, that it's somewhat of a political reason why motorcycle gear is the way it is, and that motorcycle gear, when compared to other types of protective equipment, particularly equestrian equipment or other types of protective equipment in other sports, is woeful in comparison. So as a general concept, motorcycle gear, like I stated in a video before, I wear my motorcycle gear, or at least to try to, when I can. On most occasions, I'll be wearing a jacket unless I'm tooling around something really, low speed, or I'm at a parking lot or some kind of situation. But most of the time I will be wearing a motorcycle jacket, motorcycle pants, or the under the pant protectors. I will be wearing something mostly protect knees, hips, elbows, sturdy shoes for the feet, all that good stuff. And I keep all the armor in all those places. So I don't do the super expansive armor. I basically have the stock armor that came with these pieces of clothing. My idea, and when I purchased all my motorcycle gear with the armor installed, is that I didn't believe that the armor would provide much, if any, impact resistance. I do understand the European standard. I understand that the European standard requires these protectors to transmit or basically not transmit a certain amount of force through the protector. That's the whole reason for the CE ratings, and I understand that. But just as a general concept, I have pretty much written off in my mind that those protectors would provide any kind of meaningful protection in the event of a crash. That although it might help with the impact, really what I'm thinking the armor is for abrasion resistance, to keep me from scraping my flesh upon the pavement. And that's a big reason why I am a supporter of wearing all the riding gear, and I'm a supporter of wearing the armor and all that stuff, is that if nothing else, then it will help me protect those parts of my body which may come into contact with the roadway. The idea is get down, and if you have to go down, get down and slide on your armor or slide on an armored part of your body in order to receive as little injury as possible, and potentially try to walk away from the accident. That's kind of been my strategy, and that's what I ride with the knowledge and understanding of. Now, I understand that after Fortnite's video, there's been a few other creators that have come out and have kind of railed against what Fortnite has been saying, that they'll ride with their gear all the time. one of the studies that Fortnite quotes in his video, I know that Bennetts BikeSocial, who is another content creator on YouTube, has actually posted a rebuttal video to Fortnite's video, basically refuting some of the information in there. In Bennetts BikeSocial's video, he says that there's a statement by the professor that put out the study on the motorcycle gear, and then there was another researcher on one of the other papers that was quoted in Fortnite's video. It basically says that his comments were taken out of context. I'll also post Bennetts BikeSocial, his stuff in the description below, so check that out as well. So on one hand, you've got Fortnite making some claims that yes, you know, there may be some marginal amount of protection, but the armor doesn't provide as much protection as it should, or doesn't provide as much protection as you may think. And on the other hand, you have Bennetts BikeSocial, who states that the comments by Fortnite may be taken out of context or don't tell the whole story, and the armor does provide some protective value. It's always been my position at the end of the day that you do what you got to do. You ride the way that you want to ride, and riding generally is risk management in action. You determining how much risk you're willing to tolerate in a certain activity, right? There's scientific studies. You know, the great thing about science is that everything is a hypothesis. You know, everyone says, trust the science, trust the science, trust the science. Okay, well, in this particular circumstance, you know, I don't have the money for this, nor do I want to subject my own body to this, but let's just hypothesize that I run at full speed and then throw myself on the street in front of my house, right? If I'm wearing full motorcycle gear, I believe, it is my theory, as we sit right here right now, it is my theory that if I wear shorts and a t-shirt and I run out there at full speed, which admittedly is, okay, not very fast, but if I run at my full speed and fling myself upon the pavement in front of my house or the sidewalk in front of my house in shorts and a t-shirt, I'm going to end up scraped up. I'm going to have some scratches, some bruises, whatever, right? My theory is that if I do the same thing in full motorcycle gear, that I may be bruised up, I may be a little bit banged up, but I won't have nearly the scrapes, the bruise, or the scrapes, the contusions, the abrasions. I won't have nearly the scrapes, the cuts, the abrasions that I would have if I'd done it in shorts and a t-shirt. So, could motorcycle gear be better? I'm sure that it could. As science improves, materials science improves, I'm sure there will be better and better capable materials that are better at protecting you. We're seeing right now a surge of motorcycle airbags come into the market. You know, 10 years ago, airbags were for cars, right? So you're seeing all this kind of stuff come into play. So material science is constantly getting better. I'm sure that there's room for improvement in the motorcycle gear world. You know, does industry kind of dictate what the protection levels are? Maybe, sure, but at the same time, why would, if you're in a competitive market, right, and your gear is safer than the next person's gear, you would think that the free market would dictate that, you know, the demand and supply and demand is going to go towards a safer product. But then again, there are some people that will want a cheaper product, which may not be as safe. So, you know, I think the market will respond as it should if you're manufacturing gear, or at least that would be our hope. But at the end of the day, like I said earlier, you know, common sense dictates that if you're wearing gear, at least there's some modicum of protection to protect your body from whatever harm may come to you. And it's better than not wearing it. The minimum in Alabama is a helmet. You know, you have to wear a helmet. Other than that, it's open season. You can wear whatever you want. And trust me, I've seen here in Alabama and even when I was living in other places. I've seen flip-flops, I've seen shorts, t-shirts, you know, the whole nine. So you can accept the amount of risk that you're willing to accept, and you have to live with that at the end of the day. So I make my choices. Other people are grown folks, and they can make their choices. So anyhow, that's basically my 2 cents on the Fortnite gear video. You know, it's stirring up a lot of discussion on the internet right now. So I appreciate y'all watching and caring enough to hear my opinion. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. Subscribing to the channel really helps. Go ahead and drop a comment in the comments below. Do you agree with my comments? Do you disagree? Do you think full gear should be a thing? Do you agree with Fortnite? Did you take out all your armor? What is your position on all this? Let me know in the comments below.